everyone, and welcome to the April 27th edition of ETV News. I'm Kaylee Roberts.
And I'm Nicholas Walsh. Thank you for joining us.
Eastern Connecticut State University held its Create Conference all throughout the Student Center last Friday. The annual conference invites students from all different majors, clubs, and activities to showcase their research and creative work they have completed during the academic year. This was the first time since the COVID lockdown that the event was held in person, so there was much to celebrate. Students, faculty, alumni, and even corporate representatives, as well as staff and faculty from other graduate schools, attended the event. The 2023 Create session was certainly one for the books, and we at ETV cannot wait to see what comes next year.
The Campus Activity Board has been hard at work hosting SpringFest throughout the week. This year's theme is video games, and it's safe to say that CAB certainly has not disappointed Eastern students with the events they've been putting on. The week started with Aux Cord Wars on Monday. This was an event where students could play challenging trivia games in order to get the chance to win some prizes. As finals are on the horizon, it is so great that students have events such as this one to look forward to. Aux Cord Wars was the perfect way to kick off the week to get students excited to compete in the many events that CAB has planned.
Not only were video games popular to start out SpringFest, but physical games were played as well. This past Wednesday featured the highly anticipated CAB Olympics. This competition was like no other and featured many fun activities for students to participate in, such as a blown-up obstacle course, spike ball, cornhole, and much more. Students had an amazing time competing against each other in the many competitions held. Be sure to keep an eye out for the rest of the activities that will wrap up SpringFest this weekend. There will be a carnival, a fireworks show, and of course, the spring concert. All the information on these events and where you can attend can be found on CAB's Instagram page at CAB Eastern.
Need a pick-me-up before the final push of the semester? Grounded Coffee Company can meet all of your needs. Located on 869 Main Street in Willimantic, Grounded Coffee Company is the ideal place to enjoy a hot or iced cup of joe. Founded independently in 2016, Grounded offers sustainably sourced espresso and coffee beans from international partners, as well as monthly subscriptions to brew coffee at home. They also offer freshly baked pastries, bagels, muffins, and sandwiches. With a chic and aesthetically pleasing design, Grounded prides itself on being an independent family that strives to provide the local Willimantic community with a place to hang with friends, explore and share new ideas, and even catch up on some schoolwork. Grounded is open daily from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Other clubs here on campus have been boosting their engagement by holding many events for the Eastern community to attend. Take Best Buddies, for example. They just wrapped up hosting Beats with Buds this past Sunday. The event took place in the Betty Tipton Room, where the club invited the band, the Midnight Anthem, to perform on stage. Both members of the club and anyone who stopped by to enjoy a night of fun and good music, and even better company, by listening along and dancing to the music. Hosting club socials like these are a great way to encourage new members to check out their organization, as well as encourage bonding between members in the club. Be sure to check out more from Best Buddies on their Instagram page at EasternCT_BestBuddies.
This past Saturday was Earth Day, and Eastern Sustainability Department celebrated with an Earth Day farmers market. This event hosted plenty of vendors from around the Willimantic community, as well as clubs and organizations from Eastern's campus. There was also a sustainability walk to, quote, learn about Eastern's commitment to sustainable practices such as fuel cells, geothermal, EV charging stations, and more, unquote. What a great way to celebrate our beautiful planet and educate students on how to be more sustainable to treat the planet better. If you missed this event, Eastern Sustainability Department is now holding an event called Warriors Don't Waste, a move-out donation program where students can drop off unwanted items. Be sure to check out their Instagram for more information.
SpringFest is officially halfway over, which means it is almost time for the spring concert. As the indie pop duo, The Driver Era, prepares to take the stage, reporter Dan Gallipoli took to campus to find out how everyone's feeling. Let's take a look.
One of the most anticipated events for Eastern students is who's going to perform for our fall and spring concerts. This past fall, popular rapper Young Gravy performed in downtown Willimantic, but on April 30th, The Driver Era is hitting the road to come to perform for us in the Geisler Gymnasium. I took to the campus to hear what students are looking forward to for the concert. What are you most excited for when it comes to seeing The Driver Era?
I don't know. I just really love going to concerts. I love the vibe of the music and just the excitement of concerts. It's a lot of fun.
So which song are you most excited to hear?
Probably Fade or Afterglow.
Throwing a freaking party. It's going to be a great time. It's going to be a great time. What are you excited for?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I am excited just to see Ross Lynch. It's been a while, you know, Austin Alley, Teen Beach Movie, all the great stuff.
Crazy.
Yeah, and of course you. guy. The two brothers, Ross and Rocky Lynch, are well known from anything from their family band R5 to Ross being in the popular early 2010 Disney TV show Austin and Ally.
I knew him from Disney Channel. I kind of thought he was a solo act. I didn't know he was in a band. Yeah.
I'm just excited for the experience. You know, specifically seeing Ross Lynch, I grew up with him on Disney Channel. Austin and Ally was one of my favorite shows. Teen Beach Movie was one of my favorite Disney Channel movies. So I'm just really excited for the experience, reliving my childhood memories.
I watched Teen Beach Movie as a child.
And do you know anything else about the driver? Did you know he was in a band with his brother?
I knew he was in a band with his brother. I heard they're pretty darn good.
I'm excited to see Ross Lynch because love Teen Beach Movie, Austin Alley, all that stuff, so I hope that he plays some stuff from that era.
With the opening act being ECSU rapper and alumni Zach Kindle and the Lynch brothers' performance, the concert is going to be one you will not want to miss. Enjoy the concert, Warriors. This has been Dan Gallipoli reporting, with Emily Madden behind the camera, sending it back to the studio while listening to the driver era.
Up next, ETV director Lexi Nimitz joins us for this week's one-on-one. Don't go anywhere.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
Get your head out of the cloud. Talk to your kid about vaping. Visit talkaboutvaping.org.
Welcome back. Lexi Nimitz sits down with former Eastern student and this year's spring concert opener, Zach Kindle, to discuss his music career. Let's take a look.
Welcome to The One-on-One.
Good evening and welcome to this week's One-on-One. My name is Lexi Nimitz and tonight I am joined by special guest Zach Kindle, who will be headlining for the Driver Era concert at Springfest this weekend. Zach, thank you for joining me today.
Let's go. I'm excited to be here.
So can you tell the audience a little bit about yourself?
Yes, name's Zach. I grew up in Connecticut. I'm actually a former Eastern student. I came here 2018, played soccer here, and you know, while I wasn't playing soccer, or while I wasn't in class, or when I was skipping class, I was making music, and and now I'm here just doing this full time now.
Wow, so being a former Eastern student, what is it like to be back on campus from a performer perspective instead of a student?
Yeah, it's actually really weird. It's weird to me, but it's very nostalgic, and I love it. Everyone here has been great to see, and you know, I've seen some familiar faces too, so it's great to be around them again.
That's awesome. So how did your performing career begin exactly?
Started at Eastern at the Cosign event, right, where it was a student-led concert and a bunch of other students performed. But then, you know, I performed at it, and you know, next thing you know, I kind of fell in love. And you know, the pandemic hit, and I dropped out of school. And I told my mom, I'm like, Mom, I just want to, you know, focus on music. And then, you know, she said, as long as I get a job, I can be able to do music. And then I started working at pizza place. And while I was at the pizza place, I was posting videos on TikTok. And a bunch of videos on the TikTok blew up, and one of my songs did pretty well. And one thing led to another, where they invited me out to go to LA and to live there in a content house. And I was just there for a while making music and just kind of moving forward.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So opening up for the Driver Era this weekend sounds like a phenomenal opportunity.
Yeah.
How did something like that come about?
My girl, Alyssa Duffy. If you're watching this, Alyssa, I love you. She, the director of CAB contacted me. They knew I was in the area because I just did a show at UConn. And she hit me up saying, hey, we know you're in the area. I would love to have you come back and perform. I said, what, heck yeah. So we came back, and yeah, it was great. And I'm excited I haven't met Ross yet. So Ross, I'm excited to meet you, brother. Hey.
Well, we're certainly excited to see you perform this weekend. Can you give us an inside scoop on what you might be performing this Sunday?
Yeah, okay. I don't want to spoil too much because it's really fun, but you will see some of the old songs that I made while I was at Eastern, and you'll see some songs that are out now, and you'll also see some unreleased songs and some covers. So I'm excited about that. So it's going to be really, really good. But it's going to be a good journey. You'll see if you go. You better go.
That's awesome. It sounds like you have a good setup plan that we're excited for.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you would like the audience to know about yourself or the performance upcoming this weekend?
Man, about myself, just got a lot ahead, and I'm really excited for the future, doing a lot more shows, and getting a lot into actually the worship lane, doing a lot more gospel worship stuff. And yeah, it's been really exciting. So that's it.
Thank you so much for sitting down with me today, Zach. Where can people find you on socials?
Yes, look up Zach Kindle, Z-A-C-K, K-I-N-D-A-L-L, on anywhere, Spotify, Apple Music, whatever. So yeah, look me up.
Awesome. We cannot wait to see your performance, and we hope you have a great night at the spring concert this Sunday. For a chance to see the Driver Era featuring Zach Kindle in the Geisler Gymnasium this Sunday at 7 p.m., visit Campus Activity Board's Instagram to buy your tickets. That's all for this week's edition of One-on-One. I'm Lexi Nimitz. Kaylee, Nicholas, back to you.
Thank you for tuning in to this week's edition of The One-on-One.
Thank you, Lexi. Up next, a historic night for the NBA, a singer is under fire, and new content from Apple. Stay tuned for this and more after the break.
Bring it. Time out, guys. I'm late to dinner. My mom's gonna kill me. Catch you guys later.
Mom wants us home.
Okay. Bye, guys.
You guys need a ride?
Sure. Yeah. All right. How about some one-on-one?
I gotta go eat, man. Sorry, I'll see you later.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Can birds draw pictures?
I don't have an answer for that.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
Welcome back. We start off this next block with some exciting news for basketball fans. As the NBA playoffs are officially underway, there have been quite a number of legendary moments from the games. This past Monday, basketball star LeBron James added yet another achievement to the record books. He is now officially the oldest player in the league's history with 20 points and 20 rebounds in a playoff game. The 38-year-old replaced the original record set by Wilt Chamberlain back in 1973. The Los Angeles Lakers celebrated this historic night with a win over the Memphis Grizzlies with a final score of 117-111 after going into overtime. After the game, James was greeted to the sound of his teammates imitating goat noises in the locker room, emphasizing that he is, in fact, the greatest of all time. The Lakers currently lead the series 3-2 over the Grizzlies.
A new study conducted by the Center for Disease Control and Prevention is now linking poor working conditions to worsened mental health. According to the CDC, about 1 in 37 working adults experienced serious psychological stress in 2021. This can be due to late nights spent at work, inflexible schedules, and not having access to paid sick leave. Those who experienced these high stress levels even reported that the severity of these feelings impaired their social and occupational functioning, requiring them to seek professional treatment. According to the data, people who worked the night shift were 2 times as likely to report feelings of psychological distress. Many experts say the root cause comes from a lack of control at the heart of these work conditions.
Speaking of dealing with the mental health crisis, Apple is taking a stance to improve the well-being of users. Reporters from the Wall Street Journal have said they have viewed documents regarding a new personal journaling app from Apple. This new feature is a part of Apple's wish to enter the market for mental and physical health technology. Apple already has access to more user data than other similar apps on the market, allowing for it to become a more personalized way of journaling digitally. The app is set to be compatible with any device that will have iOS 17, which will be released around the fall of 2023.
The Carroll County Sheriff's Office has hired Miles Cosgrove, the man found guilty of shooting Breonna Taylor 16 times in her home. His new job is just about 50 miles away from Louisville, Kentucky, where the incident occurred back in 2021. Cosgrove was fired from the Louisville Police Force in January of 2021 for the use of deadly force, as well as failing to activate his body camera. However, he was never actually indicted. This incident gained national headlines and added fuel to the Black Lives Matter movement. Many are shocked to hear this news, prompting for people to gather in support of Taylor's family by protesting outside of the Carroll County Sheriff's Office.
Singer Meghan Trainor is now under fire after she made an insensitive comment towards teachers on her podcast. During a discussion about parenthood on her show Working on It, Trainor said she and her husband decided to homeschool their kids. She alluded to the frequency of school shootings being a main contributor to this decision. When guest star Trisha Paytas mentioned negative experiences with teachers and bullies in school, Trainor was quick to say the quote, "F teachers, dude." Educators took to social media to call out Trainor for her comment, many of them feeling she took it a step too far. The Grammy Award-winning singer later took to TikTok to apologize, citing her comment as a result of getting fired up over recent school shootings in America.
The College Board says there will be some changes to its Advanced Placement African American Studies course, all because of one state in particular. The nonprofit organization that oversees AP classes and the SAT shared that a change will be coming in the next few months. Although teachers are currently unaware of what this change will bring, this news comes after Florida's GOP Governor Ron DeSantis accused African American study courses of imposing, quote, a political agenda. Earlier this year, Florida's Department of Education neglected to use the preliminary pilot versions of the class. The department claimed it both lacked educational value and violated the Florida law, saying that the teaching of critical race theory is not allowed. College Board has said that these courses should be accessible to all students, as they have opened minds and changed lives. As of right now, 60 schools in the U.S. are teaching the pilot course, and 800 are expected to teach it next year.
Coming up, Cameron Darcy joins us in the studio to give an update on Eastern Athletics. Don't go anywhere.
If you're buzzed and doing this to make yourself feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you out, because only you can prevent wildfires.
Hey, Assistant Smokey Bear, call me Papa Bear, because I'm grilling up dinner. Do you get it?
Yes, good job.
So, what should I do with all these coals?
Don't just toss them out. Put them in a metal container because those embers can start a wildfire.
I understand. The stakes are high.
Ha, 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 ha.
See, Smokey thinks I'm funny.
They call me Maxie, but I prefer tripod. I was your above-average four-legged homie, and then wham-bam minivan. Some people pity me, Now that's lame. I still run, fetch, and swim. And the ladies love me. I'm the ultimate wingman. Just don't ask me to high five.
Thanks for sticking with us. Let's check in with Cameron to see what is going around Eastern Athletics this week.
Thanks, guys. The semester is winding down, but spring sports are still in full swing. Last Friday, the track team hosted the Bonnie Edmondson Classic here at the Mansfield Athletic Complex, and they had quite the successful meet, placing first out of 8 teams on both sides, men's and women's. A commanding performance under the new head coach David Nicholson, with many notable times ran, like senior Ryan Escoda, who broke his own record in the 3,000 meters by 12 seconds with a winning time of 8:55.07. The team will compete again on Saturday at the UMass Dartmouth at the LEC Championships. Softball, still with quite a few games left, they've got 8 on their schedule before the LECs, and they have been on quite the tear. Tuesday, they picked up 2 wins against Rhode Island College to extend their winning streak to 14 games in a row. Last weekend, the Warriors also picked up a doubleheader victory on their senior day, where they recognized 5 outgoing seniors who have dedicated much of their time to the program: Taylor Darby, Alyssa Vilches, Carly Stoker, Julia Sangiovanni, and Grace Leone. In the first game, the Warriors scored 7 unanswered runs, 4 coming in the 5th inning. It was a dominant game, but wrapping up at 10-2, but game 2 would be a little tighter. UMass Boston starting off strong in the first inning with 4 runs, but unable to grab the victory. Eastern coming back and winning 6-4. It was a great day for Alexa Boone as well. The sophomore first baseman, who managed to reach base 6 times, drove in 5 runs and scored 2 of her own. The Warriors play tomorrow at home in a doubleheader against Plymouth State at 3 o'clock, and then they have 3 more doubleheaders to go before LEC tournament play in May. Last Friday, women's lacrosse with a big win against Rhode Island College. Alexia Vizzini with 7 goals leading the way for the Warriors in their 20-9 victory. This was before playing their last regular home game of the season yesterday against Western Connecticut State University, where they had some trouble holding off WestConn's intense offense. 22-6 final score there. The Warriors have 1 more game before the LEC tournament against Plymouth State on Saturday. Men's lacrosse with 1 more home game as well, trying to finish off on a high note after losing their past 2 games. They were just up in Boston on Saturday, taking on the defending LEC playoff champs in the UMass Boston Beacons, managing to put up 9 goals, but unable to keep up with the Beacons' 23. The Warriors play the University of Southern Maine tomorrow at 4 here at Rick McCarthy Field. If you can, come down and support the team for their last home game. Baseball also with quite a few games left before LECs. Their next one going to be against Endicott College on Saturday. They played earlier today actually in a non-conference matchup against Roger Williams, where they won the first one and they're still wrapping up the second game of the day. The Warriors are coming off a big win last week where they were able to take down WestConn on Tuesday in 7 innings. Final score 16-1. The Warriors set the pace early on with Claiborne, Malcolm, and Cofrancesco scoring in the first inning, and every starter picking up at least 1 hit. The Warriors were able to equal their highest hit total this year with 20 hits in the game. Eastern played well in the beginning of the game, in the first 2 innings alone picking up 9 runs on 7 hits, 4 walks, and 4 stolen bases. The defending champs still sit at number 2 in the conference, right behind Rhode Island College, and they begin tournament play on May 10th. So, the LECs are right around the corner for the Warriors, the games that these athletes have been preparing for all season long. Definitely an exciting time. Be sure to keep up with all of our daily content regarding Eastern Athletics by following our social media at ECSU Athletics, and our streams, as always, are powered by Sidearm Sports and Blue Frame Technology. That's all for this week around Eastern Athletics. I'm Cameron Darcy. Guys, back to you.
Thanks for the update, Cameron. That wraps up tonight's show. Please be sure to follow us on all of our social media platforms and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
From Director Lexi Nimitz, Producer Kaylee Roberts, and the entire ETV News staff, thank you for watching. Once again, I'm Nicholas Walsh.
And I'm Kaylee Roberts. We'll see you next week, Eastern.